If you've been scrolling through endless listings, reading spec sheets, and still feel like you might end up with the wrong portable generator, you're not alone. That hesitation is real, especially when a power outage could mean lost food, missed work, or an uncomfortable night in the woods. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon, and I'm about to walk through the things that actually matter once you plug it in. First off, let's talk about the scenario that most people face. Imagine it's a summer thunderstorm, the grid flickers, and you're left with a handful of essential devices: a mini fridge keeping perishable groceries, a medical pump that can't afford to stop, and maybe a laptop you need for remote work. The Dabbsson 3430Wh portable power station, branded as the DBS3500, steps into that picture with a 3600W pure sine wave AC output. That means you can run a standard 120V microwave for a short burst, keep a 1500W portable heater alive, or power a small power tool without tripping a breaker. In real life, I've seen people use it to keep a 2000W electric heater running in a tiny cabin, and the unit handled it without a hiccup. But the headline numbers only tell part of the story. The heart of this unit is a semi-solid lithium-ion battery, a technology that's still relatively new in the consumer portable generator market. The big practical upside is cycle life. You're looking at thousands of charge and discharge cycles before capacity starts to noticeably drop, which translates to years of reliable service if you're the type who camps a few weekends a year or lives in a region with frequent outages. The battery also stays stable across a wide temperature range, so you won't see the sudden drop in performance that some traditional lead-acid packs suffer on a cold morning. Safety is another area where the DBS3500 tries to stand out. A built-in battery management system monitors voltage, current, and temperature in real time, cutting power if anything looks out of whack. In practical terms, that gives you peace of mind when you're running a medical device or charging a smartphone while the unit is perched on a wooden dock. No one wants a fire hazard in a campsite, and the BMS is there to keep that risk minimal. Now, who should actually consider spending the roughly $2,300 price tag on this thing? If you're an RV owner who likes to stay off the beaten path for a week or more, the ability to recharge via AC, a 12V car outlet, or a solar array gives you flexibility that many smaller generators lack. The 5 fast charging options mean you can hook up to a solar panel, up to 600W, and get a decent chunk of energy while you're out hiking, then top off the battery at a campground's electrical hookup overnight. For a small business that relies on power tools at remote sites, the 3600W output means you can run a table saw, a cordless drill charger, and a laptop simultaneously, something a typical 1000W portable power bank simply can't do. On the flip side, if you're just looking for a lightweight backup for a single laptop and a phone, this unit is overkill. It weighs close to 70 pounds, and while the dual handles make it portable relative to its size, you'll still need a dolly or a strong set of arms to move it around the house. The price also puts it out of reach for casual weekend campers who only need to charge a headlamp and maybe a small cooler. In those cases, a smaller 500Wh lithium power bank would cover the basics at a fraction of the cost in weight. A hidden trade-off shows up when you think about recharging speed versus solar panel size. The DBS3500 can accept up to 600W of solar input, which is impressive, but you'll need a fairly large foldable solar array to make full use of that. Most users who buy a portable generator don't already own a 600W panel, so the initial investment can climb quickly if you're aiming for true off-grid capability. On the other hand, if you have an existing solar setup, the unit slots in nicely and can be a battery buffer for your entire campsite, smoothing out the intermittent nature of solar power. Another practical point, the unit's AC outlets are standard 3-prong, which means you can plug in any household appliance without adapters. However, the total number of outlets is limited, typically 2 AC sockets, a few DC ports, and a 12V car socket. That design choice keeps the chassis from becoming a tangled mess, but it forces you to prioritize which devices get power at any given time. If you need to run a television, a router, a mini fridge, and a power tool all at once, you'll have to use a power strip or accept that you can't have everything on at the same moment. Customer sentiment, based on 31 Amazon reviews, leans heavily positive with an average rating of 4.6 stars. Buyers frequently mention that the unit lives up to its advertised power output and that the battery feels robust even.